Hey guys, so today I've got a bit of a crazy Amazon FBA story that happened to me recently, just a couple of days ago. And so it all starts off a few months ago when I ordered this product from a local supplier here in the UK. And the supplier said, "Yeah, we can deliver the boxes to you, and the delivery is free, so you don't have to worry about anything." So I thought, wow, free delivery. So instead of just sending directly to Amazon, I can actually get the boxes delivered here to me. Then I can inspect the quality, put the labels on, the Amazon labels, and then ship them to Amazon myself. Because if it's free delivery, then you know what? It's going to be quite cheap to ship to Amazon. So the boxes turn up, and afterwards I'm trying to ship the boxes to Amazon FBA. Turns out these boxes were just really awkward because of the size, the shape, and the weight of the boxes. They were just too big, too bulky, and too heavy for me to send into FBA. It was going to be ridiculously expensive to send these boxes to FBA, that I would actually end up making a loss if I send these boxes into FBA and then try to sell them on Amazon. I would end up making a loss. So I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to keep these boxes in my house until I figure out some sort of solution, something that I can do with these boxes. So they've been sitting in my house for the past couple of months. And recently, a friend of mine who also sells on Amazon, he does FBA, he comes to me and he says, "Oh, hey T, why have you got all these boxes inside your house? Why don't you just send them to Amazon?" And I explained the situation to him. He says to me, "Oh, you know what? Don't worry. You don't have to worry about that. I've got a car. We can just put the boxes into my car and just drive to the warehouse by ourselves." I was like, wow, that would be really useful, because I didn't actually realize that you could actually drive to the warehouse in a car. I thought you actually had to ship it with a courier or some sort of service like DHL or TNT or something. Because nah, don't worry, we just put them in my car and drive to Amazon. So I got super excited. I printed all the shipping labels, created the shipment on Amazon. We loaded the boxes into his car, and then we got the directions up and we were ready to go. Turns out it was going to be about 1 hour drive to the nearest Amazon fulfillment center. So we get into the car and we start driving to Amazon. And just before we get there, we see these 3 gigantic towers. And it turns out this was like a big power station that was no longer being used. So we were just like really awestruck at the sheer magnitude of these towers. And as soon as we managed to regain our composure, we just carried on and turned into the Amazon warehouse, which was just huge. That warehouse is so big. So we drive the car and we're pulling up to the gate, and there's a guard at the gate, and he looks at us. He goes, "So where do you think you're going?" And we said, "Well, we just have some boxes here. Everything is labeled, and we just want to deliver them into the warehouse." The driver looks at us. He goes, "Well, I'm sorry, but we don't actually let cars go past this gate. To go past this gate, you either have to be in a van, or you have to be a big lorry, some sort of vehicle that carries goods." So we're there looking at this guy thinking, do you realize how far we've just driven, and you wanted to just turn up to the gate and then just do a U-turn and go back home? He looks at it, actually looks at us. He goes, "Yeah, so I'm afraid you guys are just going to go back to go home with your products." And I was like, oh my days, what else can we do? And he looks at us, he goes, unless you can get a van from somewhere, I can't let you guys in. And my friend who was driving the car, for some reason, I don't know why he said this, but he goes to the security guard. He says, "Oh yeah, one of the reasons why we wanted to drive here in this car with these boxes is because this place looks a bit like a military base." And I know he said this as kind of like a joke, but right now in the UK, I mean, there's been 3 terror attacks in the past 3 months. You just don't turn up to a secure facility with boxes in your car and say, we're here because this looks like a military base. I mean, you don't say that. But anyway, I'm just looking at him thinking, what? Why are you saying this? So the Amazon guy looks at us, he goes, now you're definitely not coming in. Okay, guys, get out of here. So we start driving away, and I look at my friend, I'm like, why did you say that? There was no need to say that at all. He looks at me and goes, I don't know, man. I don't know why I said it. So we're driving away, and then we pull up into McDonald's. Because at this point, I'm thinking, I really don't want to drive all the way home with these boxes. So I'm thinking if I can at least find a van or something, some sort of lorry, truck, I don't know, maybe if I have to beg someone to get my boxes onto their truck so we can deliver them into Amazon. I'm thinking, what am I going to do? So I pick up the phone and I start ringing people. I'm ringing local companies, taxi companies, and the first guy that I ring, he goes, well, yeah, so we can rent. Hey, so sorry about that. My phone just ran out of memory and just stopped recording. So where was I? Yeah, so we're in the car park for McDonald's, and at this stage I'm picking up my phone and I'm ringing local taxi companies. I'm that desperate. I just have to find someone to get my products into Amazon. So I ring up the first guy, and he's like, yeah. So yeah, I think we've got some vans. Yeah, we do this kind of jobs. Yeah. And he says to me, so where are you right now? And I say to this guy, we're literally just outside the Amazon warehouse right now. We just need you to turn up with your van, pick us up, drive us through the gates, and then back out again. That's all. And the guy says to me, well, the minimum distance that we do is 30 miles. Then he just hangs up. I'm thinking, wow, why did he just hang up? I mean, he doesn't even know how much I'm willing to pay at this stage, because I'm literally so desperate. I'm willing to pay 40, 50, 60, even 70 pounds just for someone to turn up and put the boxes onto the van and drive us through the gates. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to ring this guy back and see what he has to say. So I ring the guy back, and just to be polite, I'm like, sorry, we seem to get cut off there. So how much do you charge for this minimum distance of 30 miles? And this guy just loses it. He starts going crazy. He's like, why are you calling me? Stop calling me. There's nothing I can do. Stop calling me right now. And he starts swearing. He's saying all kinds of things. And after all that, he just hangs up again. I'm thinking, okay, there's no way I'm calling that guy again. And I call up a few more companies, and most of them are just saying, yeah, we can get some vans to do the job, but it's gonna take about 2 days because we're booked right now. So if you're willing to wait 2 days, now at this stage I'm thinking, really? Do I really want to camp out in the McDonald's car park for 2 days just for them to turn up with their lorry and put their boxes onto there, then drive in. So, wasn't really willing to wait 2 days really in McDonald's car park. And just before I gave up, I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna ring up one last guy and see what he says. So I bring up this guy, and the guy says, "Yeah, sure. I only live about 10 minutes away from the Amazon warehouse. You guys just wait there for me, and I'll be right over. And then yeah, we can just do the job." And I'm thinking, wow, just my luck, right? And but I didn't have enough cash to pay the guy. So I was thinking when he turns up, I'll explain the situation, then we can go and get some cash from somewhere, and then we'll do the job. So the guy turns up, and we're there by the gates for Amazon, and we start unloading all the boxes from my friend's car into the guy's van. And halfway through loading the boxes onto the van, the guy from the van guy, he says to my friend, "So what's the reason? I don't get it. It's so strange. Why won't they let you in with your car?" And for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason, my friend says, "Oh yeah, they must think we're terrorists because of all the terrorist attacks that have been happening recently." And I'm just thinking, why? Why is he saying these things? I just don't know why he was saying these things. And the van guy just gives us like this awkward look, like a really shifty, dodgy look. And then he goes, okay. And then he just carries on packing the boxes. So we're downloading the boxes up, and I explained to the guy, you know, man to man, I'm like explaining what my situation is, saying I don't have the cash right now, but we can get the cash first, pay you, and then do the delivery. What do you want to do? He goes, "No, it's fine. Your friend over here can just go to get some cash from the ATM. Then me and him can just drive into Amazon." So that's what we did. So my friend gets in his car, he goes to get some cash. Then me and the driver, we get into the van and we go to do the delivery. So we turn up to the gate, the Amazon gate, next to the security guards, and we're there for the second time. And I look at the security guard. He looks at me, recognizes me, gives me a smile, and the van driver says, "Hey, we're here to do a delivery." And it turns out that the van driver and the security guard they were friends, and they actually knew each other. And the guy, the Amazon guy, he says to me, "Well, do you know you're actually supposed to have paperwork when you turn up to do a delivery at Amazon? You're supposed to tell us in advance." And then at this moment I realized, oh yeah, that's right. Because you're actually supposed to call Amazon before you turn up to let them know when you're going to turn up. And I'm just thinking, after all that's happened, we've got the van, we're going to pay the driver, and I didn't call up Amazon in advance. So luckily, the van driver, he looks at the security guys. He goes, "Come on guys, come on, it's me. Come on guys, let me in," right? The van driver goes, "You know what? Yeah, all right, yeah, just go in. As long as you've got the safety gear, just go in." So we get into through the gates. The driver gives me all the safety gear, high-vis vest, the safety boots. We get into all the loading bays. There's so many loading bays. Actually, looks a bit like an airport. So we turn up to the loading bay we're supposed to go to, and there's no one there. And we're just thinking, okay, what do we do now? And from behind this corner, there comes up a guy, like he's just walking like this. And we say to this guy, "Hello." He just looks at us, and he doesn't really do anything, and he doesn't even say anything. And we're thinking, does this guy actually speak English, or we don't know, right? So we say to this guy, "Okay, we're here to do a delivery." The guy just looks at he looks at both of us. He goes, Then he walks away, and he goes up the stairs into the warehouse. We're thinking, yes, so he's gonna go in, then he's gonna turn on the conveyor belt. They will put our boxes on, and then they'll get scanned and everything. So the guy goes in, and then he goes to the conveyor belt, but then he just carries on walking and goes to a different machine and just starts pressing something. I'm like, no, 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 we're here to put the boxes, we're here to load the boxes. He looks at it, he looks at both of us, he goes, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. So, so he goes back to the conveyor belt and he presses the on switch and we start unloading the boxes. We put the boxes onto the truck. The boxes get loaded onto the conveyor belt. They get scanned in and everything is good. I'm there, I'm celebrating, I'm happy. We get into the van, we're there, we're cheering the van, we're so happy, we got the delivery, we did the job. And then we come back to the gates and the security guy for Amazon goes, yeah, so you've done everything, right? We said, yeah, we've done everything that we unloaded the boxes, they've been scanned. He goes, and did you get any paperwork? I'm thinking, oh my days. If my shipment gets lost somehow within Amazon, we've got no proof to say that we've actually delivered it. And I'm thinking, you know what? All I'm going to do is as soon as I get home, I'm just going to the Amazon app and just check to see that everything's been delivered. So yeah, I just said to the Amazon guy, the security guy, I'm like, you know what? It's okay. It's been scanned. I trust the system. And we just carry on. We drive out the gates and we go home. And we actually meet my friend, give the van driver his money, and we get in the car and we drive home. So we're driving home and we just completely forgot about the whole thing. And straight after that, I didn't actually go straight back home. I went to one of my friend's house. So I'm there with my friend. We're just chilling, working on a project. And at about 9 p.m. I'm thinking, oh yeah, I need to check my Amazon. I need to check if my stock is actually been received. So I go into the Amazon app and I'm trying to see if the stock has been received. Is my inventory been checked in? And it turns out that most of the stock had actually sold out. Most of the stock had actually sold out within a few hours, and there was only 4 units left. And I'm thinking, wow, only 4 units left. And this was probably because I'd reduced the price so low because I just wanted to get rid of the stock. I was just sick of having the stock in my house, so I reduced the price and done it, put it into FBA, and there were only 4 units left. I'm thinking, wow, I could probably just raise the price to the normal price that I normally sell it at. So I raised the price, and when I woke up in the morning, looked at all my sales, and the remaining 4 units had been sold out. So the entire product had been sold out in probably less than 12 hours, less than 10, 12 hours, and all the units have been sold out. And yeah, so that was my my crazy Amazon FBA story, and about how we actually drove to the Amazon fulfillment center and how we managed to get my goods booked into FBA. And yeah, that's about it, guys. And hope this story helps you in some way when you're selling on Amazon. All right.